All right, welcome back, everybody, to Seahawks Coast to Coast. I am Joe Stevens with Seahawk Talk. To my left is Zach from Zach's Talks Hawks. And if you're watching the Mariners game right now, there's one thing you're thinking, and that's we're we have a 2-0 lead in the ALCS, but the Blue Jays have a commanding 8-2 lead tonight. I don't think it's happening. So let's talk football. Let's talk what matters. Yeah. I don't know if you saw, I wanted to bring this up before I forgot. Fox Sports did their power rankings. I don't know if you've seen that this week. I got a notification that they came out. I'm like, oh, I got to see where the Seahawks are. Well, the Seahawks are 13th. Don't necessarily disagree with that. I'm fine with the hate. I don't care because I disagree with 13th? Yes, but I don't really care that much. But what I do care about is they have the Jaguars at 12th. And I'm thinking maybe they just looked at the score of that game and didn't actually watch it. And thought maybe the Seahawks got lucky, but we dominated the Jaguars. And that's what we're recapping right now. So
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, and the sky is blue. People overlooking what Seattle has done. That's fine. I don't particularly. Doesn't keep me up at night.
So I just thought it was bizarre because these people are professionals. So NFL.com did their power rankings. We were actually third. We were higher than I thought we should be. Because I'm like, I don't know. I'm a Seattle sports fan. I can't get too high. Okay. We talked about this right before we came on. I said I was born. I know what to expect, which is not much. They have us at third, and then Fox has us at 13th. So why the discrepancy there?
Yeah, it's. I wish I had an answer. It just. The team is very solid, and then you look at what they were able to do in terms of defensive pressures and defensive sacks. I mean, only overshadowed by what Denver did this past week against the hapless Jets.
But that was at 6 a.m. Nobody saw it.
You look at what Sam Darnold has been doing this year, and it's very impressive. And you look at JSN; he's leading the league in reception yards and
by a lot.
Yeah, you kind of at this point it just kind of baffles the mind, and I wish I had an answer, but I don't, and I'm okay with being overlooked. It's fine, but it is what it is.
Yeah, the only thing, because people are talking about kind of East Coast bias on the radio today, and mainly it's all been baseball on the radio, as you would expect in the Seattle market right now. That's kind of, the Mariners are definitely overshadowing the Seahawks, which is rare. I think we've talked about that last week on this show. But they go, oh, the East Coast bias. And in my head, East Coast bias, it doesn't matter except for college athletics. Professional sports, just go out and prove it on the field. We can be power ranked 13th and win the Super Bowl, and I don't care that we're power ranked 13th. I really care that we're going to win the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? I don't really care what other people say, but I mean, just the fact that we were power ranked below the Jaguars in a game which we clearly dominated from the first whistle to last. I guess during the to start the recap, you kind of brought it up with the sacks. But Byron Murphy, first two plays. So the first play was a sack. Second play, a hold on Byron Murphy. And I think he would have got a sack or a tackle for loss. I don't remember if it was a pass or a run play. So if you look at it, that's what, 17 yards right off the bat that Byron Murphy caused. And that's the kind of impact we've been thinking about this guy. And he had a half sack later. He was getting there. He stuffs the run and did all without Derek Hall. I think Lawrence is
Yes.
Yeah. So go ahead. Sorry.
My one good friend Austin, he's a big Cowboys fan, and I mentioned to him this past week. I was like, I have not thanked you lately for DeMarcus Lawrence. Thank you. And yeah, it's we've talked about a lot on the channel in terms of the prowess of specifically the defensive line, right? Because this team does not typically blitz. Now they did a little bit more on Sunday, which I was encouraged to see.
They blitz weirdly though. It's not like a
It's
traditional.
awesome.
Yeah, it's
awesome.
not like
I think this is really what McDonald wanted to do, especially with even Worry coming back. I think this is kind of like the monster that he wanted to build, and it's just weird. Like, it doesn't look traditional in terms of
at all
pressure, which is awesome. Like, think outside the box, do something different, and it works. So, but yeah, this defensive front, they've been so efficient just on their own. It finally came to roost on Sunday against a team that you kind of expected would have some difficulties there. Not to put the cart before the horse, but I think this bodes really, really well for us Monday night against a terrible offensive line in Houston. So
the coverage is something else I wanted to get to. The first, I believe the Jaguars scored on their second drive. It definitely wasn't the first. They punted. When they scored, and I don't even remember who scored. I think it was Brian Thomas Jr. And I go, that's what we're expecting the secondary to look like today. It was just that one drive. I mean, other than that, I'm not going to put that loss on Trevor Lawrence either. We saw so many receivers drop wide open passes. So I'm not saying our coverage was airtight, but for a bunch of slapdicks, basically playing defensive back for the Seahawks. I mean, our three all-stars, honestly, our three Pro Bowl caliber players, well, literally Pro Bowlers, are out. And to see guys like Josh Jobe, to see guys like Eamon Worry stepping up, obviously, and then Shaq Griffin, who looks like Marshawn Lynch out there, because I don't think he's got a haircut since he left Seattle. He looks like Raiders Marshawn Lynch. Let me add that. I did say that twice during the game. He doesn't look like Seahawks Marshawn, or I guess 2019 Seahawks Marshawn is what he looks like. But boy, that secondary did an amazing job compared to what we were expecting, right? So,
for sure. Just taking a look at some stats from the game. Both running backs for us, K9 had 10 carries, Charbonnet had 12. Didn't run the ball very well at all. So 34 yards for K9 and 24 for Charbonnet. Kind of want to see that corrected. Offense was at times stagnant. And I mean, if you take JSN out of this thing, holy moly, we are going to be in trouble, aren't we?
That's what we've said all year, though. That is really what we've said. What was week 1 when he had like 125 yards and Darnold passed for 150? I mean, that's kind of what we've been saying.
162 yards on 8 catches for JSN, and Sam Darnold 295 yards. I mean, Darnold's pretty efficient. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
How many went to Barner? Sorry,
Barner was the next highest receiver with 3 catches. And then Cooper Kupp had 2 catches, but one of them was his first touchdown.
Yeah, and that was an awesome throw. They were talking about it on the radio, and I rewatched it. And Mike Holmgren was on the radio, and they asked him which throw was more impressive to you. The one to Cooper Kupp, which was 7 yards, I believe. It was first and goal when he scored it. Or was it the long 61-yard pass, 47? I don't remember what it was. To JSN. And Mike Holmgren goes, the anticipation he had to have on basically the goal line throw to Cooper Cup was definitely more impressive. Not saying that the JSN throw wasn't impressive, because he just watching it as a fan, I don't think he could have gone there and handed it to him any better. But just the anticipation kind of, I guess it seems like they're kind of gelling, right? It's that Sam Darnold has with his receivers has been awesome to see.
Yeah, I agree. And then you flip the narrative over to the defense. Just talking total tackles, our boy Griffin is the leading tackler on the day. So
means he gave up a lot of receptions.
Yeah, at least he finished tackles. But DeMarcus Lawrence 2 sacks, Drake Thomas with a sack, Leonard Williams with half a sack, Brian Murphy with 2 sacks. Nwosu finished with 1.5 sacks. So it was a good day on defense. They got after it.
Yeah, and it was just awesome to see that after last week, right? I think that's that was definitely a fear. I'm like, did we fall off? And personally, I think the coverage was just so off last week, and the pressure was just not there last week. To where I think we play Tampa Bay again. I think we win. I think it's close still, but I don't know. Tell me, do you think if we play that game again, do you think we win with the defense that showed up last week?
It's hard to tell. I mean, it's all predicated on pass defense, right? There is zero concern on this team about rush defense, which is awesome
and insane, because we haven't seen that in 10 years.
Yeah, you take a look at the Jaguars rushers: 12 receptions, 27 yards, and 2 receptions for 14 yards. I mean, that's it. That's all they did, and it is insane. I just think where we are right now, we're doing a good job with the pieces that we have. So making sure that everybody's bought in, you know your role, and we're waiting for the all-stars to come back in. I think having Eamon Wari back is huge for this team. It allows the defense to do structurally what it was built to do, where those losses aren't as magnified because you can disguise blitzes and things like that, regardless of who's playing corner. You're just hoping that rush gets home. And I'm very, very satisfied with how structurally the defense is sound. I do look forward to the day where we're back at full strength.
Yeah. I can't remember if it happened last game, but I swear he was slow getting up one play. And I think we're just going to see this might be a hot take. Not going to save it for hot take of the week, but I think we're just going to see an Eamon Wari injury scare every week. I think that's one thing that's going to happen. Just an injury scare. I'm not going to say he's going to get hurt every week. Well, he's going to get hurt, but he's not going to get injured every week. So I was happy to see him stand out, because I don't even know who would have played defensive back behind him. Ty Okada got a lot of reps that game. So
yeah. I think overall sorry, I can't type and talk at the same time. I think overall this is a good get right game. It's frustrating that it happens on the road, but Seattle increases their their road winning streak once again. And
it's not frustrating. I don't even want them to come back home on Monday. I'd rather be doing the primetime video stream with you on Monday. It's at 7 p.m. Well, wrong guy to be bitching to.
I can't believe those words came out of your mouth. I have to wait so long for this game to start.
Not even wait. We all got to work the next day, and it's gonna suck. Then I'm gonna have to not sit in traffic because I have a pretty good route home. But it's gonna suck. I had a coworker tell me what was it? Yesterday, so it was Tuesday afternoon. He goes, "Man, it sucks we're playing at 7 on Monday." I go, what are you talking about? Because I thought it was 5:30 or, between 5:15 and 5:30, just like every Monday night game.
Yeah.
And I go, what are you talking about? I go, what time zone are you looking at? And he goes, our time zone. It starts at 7. It's a doubleheader. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me, dude. I am so screwed on Tuesday.
Send football teams to England. Send them to everywhere you could possibly imagine. Oh, and by the way, Monday night doubleheaders. Who doesn't like this? How about everyone? Everyone. It's so dumb.
And like, other than fantasy football players, I can't believe fantasy football players just came out of my mouth. But other than people who play fantasy football, no one really cares about the Seahawks, Texans, and the who else? The Lions and Redskins. Is that who it is? I don't remember who it is.
Commanders.
Yeah, the redactants, as 5 Point Vids would call them.
Yes.
But yeah, so I don't know. I hate that. Before we get on to the injury news, which I haven't even looked because I'm just not ready to look at the injury report every week and go, oh yeah, Spoon's going to play. That's just a precautionary knee injury they're going through. But what do you think of that taunting penalty by JSN? That was the most calm taunting I've ever seen in my life. I get he spun the ball in front of their bench. He didn't say anything. Nothing.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Just the fact that he just spun the ball and looked forward, and they're like, as soon as they threw the flag, I knew what it was for too, and I was mad immediately. I get it that men have feelings too, but they're also getting paid millions of dollars to play this game. I don't know. I kind of thought it was bullshit. I don't know about you. It really stalled the drive too. So
yeah, I agree. I don't know if we're going to be able to look at an injury report.
Because it's Monday night. Good.
Just Monday night.
I'm happy about that.
We're spared. I'm still going to try to find it, though.
Man, so I was looking at the Huskies week 6 injury report last week going into the game. And I forget who it was, but there was a player that doesn't play on the team anymore. And I'm looking, I'm like, what? How is he on the injury report? But I was looking for week 6 of last year. So don't.
That's
I
great.
forget who it was, but I was like, the funny part is I love him. I love Zach Durfee for the Huskies. Edge rusher, but he's always hurt. And the funny part is he was on the injury report last year in week 6. And this year on week 6. So that's what kind of sucked me in, is he was the top name on the injury report. So yeah.
So no injury report to report. So you're spared.
Good. I'm happy. No news is good news with this team right now. Spoon's got to play, right? I think we've said that last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the most broken record I think I've heard recently.
No, because he played versus Arizona, I guess. 12-2 Toronto. Sorry, just a quick little update there.
Well,
so what was wrong with Love last week? I guess now that we're in this portion of the show.
A knee?
I know that was Witherspoon too. And then Woolen was a concussion, so he'll be back. But with the way that Job and Griffin played last week, maybe we don't. Maybe we just keep those guys on the injury report with the way the defense played last week.
Maybe. I'm good with whatever, because I think the matchup this week favors Seattle very, very well. So
just playing at home, dude. I swear, playing at home now, I'm like, can we just play all of our games can we play like the Saints at home? Right. Which
I just want to paint the field the other team's color. And then
Yeah, and everybody sells their Seahawks tickets anyways, right? Just play the 49ers every week at home and then sell your seats to a bunch of 49ers fans, and then maybe it'll feel more like an away atmosphere. I don't know. It's just, it is ridiculous. I'm going to do my Brian Kelly. What did he say? It just keeps happening.
It just keeps happening.
Again, do it again. That's me whenever we lose at home. We went 3-6 last year at home in the greatest home field advantage, right? And I'm there. I think I tweeted during the Buccaneers game. The crowd helped out as much as they could. There was multiple false starts early in the game. That was one of the loudest crowds I've heard there in a while. And they helped out as much as they could. The defense just didn't help at all.
No.
But I don't know. I'm not. Maybe I'm more focused on the Mariners right now, but I'm not really nervous for Monday either. So
no. I know I'm focused on the Mariners, but I think if you just look over who the Texans are this year and what their main struggles are, right? Because this team was supposed to be a very good, talented team, but their decisions over the offseason was to continually neglect their offensive line. So everybody knew right off the jump that, hey, if this group doesn't gel together, we're going to have issues. And sure enough, they're terrible up front. So I wonder think this team is geared to really go to town.
I wonder what the Seahawks PFF grade is this year compared to previous years for their offensive line. It has to be good. One other thing about the Seahawks Jaguars game, the announcers jinx totally happened when they go, Sam Darnold is yet to be sacked this game. That snap takes a sack.
Yes.
What does 12-2 mean?
12-2. Oh, Mariners, probably.
Oh, 12-2. Yeah, we got it on. Yeah, it's a lost cause tonight. So
it's all right.
Dude, I wore my Julio jersey. I saw Randy throw out the first pitch. I was like, oh, maybe I'll change to a Randy Johnson jersey. And then Julio hit the home run in the first. I'm like, oh, yeah, dude, that was the right decision. Maybe not.
maybe not. Yeah. I don't know. There's so much hype going home and doing all this. Like, you did the hard work there in Toronto. Mm-hmm. And, man, I didn't hope that this would happen, obviously, but I'm not surprised that this is the game that would come out flat.
It's fine. We're going to win tomorrow. So, Seahawks, Texans. We always do our key of the game, and it's always the same answer. We got to run the football and stop the run, which we say it every week. That's the key to victory. Got to own them in the trenches. And we're going to say the same thing 17 weeks in a row, all the way to the playoffs. I was mentioning, totally off topic. So my baby's due January 15th. So I called one of my friends. I'm like, hey, you want to go to the game with me on Monday night? And he's totally pussy whipped, and I didn't know this. He's like, my girlfriend will get mad at me if I go to the game on Monday. I'll ask her though. But if you want, but he goes, but if you had tickets to the Mariners game, I go, oh yeah, to a playoff game you'll take for free, right? He started laughing, and I go, it sucks for you because when everybody's going to feel about the Seahawks this way in January, I'm not going to have tickets because I'm going to be attending to a baby in middle of January. And I told my wife that. I go, I don't care, number 1 seed, whatever. I'm going to be at home with the baby. And he started laughing. But I was just thinking that because I'm like, the Seahawks do have a pretty dang good chance to win the division this year. And there's a pretty good dang chance that I'm not going to be there. So, but I'd almost, like we were talking about earlier, I'd almost rather not win the division, play on the road the whole time, because that's where we're good.
For sure. But we'll see. Lots of time in between now and then.
But anyways, keys to victory other than, I guess, dominating the trenches, I think would be getting our 3 guys, at least one of the 3 guys back in the secondary, just to cover Nico Collins, right? Was about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the spread between these two teams is at 3 right now, and man, and you know me, like I am the realist. I'd like to think I'm trying to put fandom aside, and there are times where I don't think the Seahawks are going to wind up winning games, and I say I'd rather be right than good, and I like it's not good. I don't think this is going to be close, and it's just because of how well Seattle's strengths match up with Houston's weaknesses, and you're not going to ask a lot out of Darnold. You're going to run the ball well. They're not very good over the middle in terms of defensive pass coverage, so you're going to be fine. Yeah, you're.
I hope.
And then, flipping the script the other way, right? Our run defense has been good against talented running teams, and our pass rush is amazing against everybody. So we're going to be fine, except for the Buccaneers.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. As long as the pass rush gets there and the coverage holds up, I think we're going to be fine. If our offense can score 24 points, that's all I'm asking. However, which way you do it, 24 points between the offense and special teams, I think we're going to win the game.
Yeah.
Was there any bit of you from, I guess, the first drive in Jacksonville that was nervous at all? Because I haven't felt that way in a while, to where, like, when we stopped on the first drive, I was like, oh, shit, we got this. And then I guess maybe the drive when the Jaguars scored their first touchdown, that's when I was like, oh, maybe the coverage isn't going to hold up. But, I mean, realistically, other than that, was there a point when you're like, we don't got it?
I mean, late in the game when the offense kind of just stalled out, I'm like, gosh darn it, like just finish it. Like just don't let them hang around. But I wasn't concerned. Like the comeback still needed to happen, right? And they were even talking about how like Seattle's going to play long and draw out some clock and limit the opportunities for Jacksonville to score. And I'm like, why don't just run the offense? Like just keep scoring. And I wish they were more geared that way to, hey, once we have a lead, we're not going to sell at 10, right? We're going to keep going. And instead of playing not to lose. So that was the thing that was frustrating to me. I wasn't scared that they were going to lose. It was just, man, that's a mentality that I think they can really benefit, especially come playoff time, because you can't let teams linger.
Yeah. Like you said, we're still in October. You brought that up to me, but yeah, I just looked at the date in the corner of my screen. I was like, shit, we're not even close. But goddamn good chance. I guess we'll get to it in our picks, but news around the league, you got anything?
Well, Brian Branch has a week off to learn his new boxing routine with the end of the Detroit-Kansas City game. He lost his appeal. Shocking. So he's out for a week. So the ending of that game was pretty wild.
Yeah. I watched that way after. I actually saw a meme before it happened. They're like nobody, and then Brian Branch because Juju Smith-Schuster. And Brian Branch must be pretty good because he knocked Juju back, and Juju still had his helmet on. I mean, he fell to the ground with the helmet on and all. I think it was kind of blown out of proportion. I really do. I think they probably should have separated them a little. Well, I guess they tried, but I don't know. I don't know if maybe do a targeting like college football, just make him sit out the first half. I don't know.
I don't know. I just it is what it is, and he's not a Seahawks, so I don't really care. So there's that, and then Tennessee moves on from their head coach.
Oh shit.
And
Yeah, what do you think about that with a rookie quarterback? I didn't like that move by Tennessee to fire their head coach in the middle of a rookie quarterback season.
The last 4 first round, is it first overall? I don't know.
First overall, because Lawrence Urban Meyer got fired his first
the last
season.
4 of them, 4 years in a row, they've lost their coach in their first year.
Bryce Young's did too.
Mm-hmm.
Must have, because you brought that up. Yeah, I don't know if I like moving on from a head coach rookie season, especially 6 weeks in. Is that what you're doing? Just let it ride.
Yeah, I mean, they are terrible. So
yeah, they're pretty bad. You got
they lost
right.
to the Raiders and was like, yeah, we gotta get rid of this guy. So
yeah, yeah. So not really news around the league, but I saw Hawks Orbit posted on Instagram. They said potential trade targets. Now I know all of these are going to interest us, but I'd kind of like to pick one out of the group. Not saying that any are going to happen, but they have Jordan Brooks, obviously with us before, Chase Young from the Saints, Bradley Chubb, another edge rusher. Obviously, he was a high pick. Jalen Phillips, another edge rusher from Miami. Trey Hendrickson. I think he got a 1-year deal, right?
Yeah.
From the Bengals. Kayvon Thibodeau, I don't know if that's really an option, especially with the way they're building for the future. That was it. Like, honestly, I realize you can never have enough edge rushers. I'd kind of, just on paper, I'd like, if we're going to trade for a guy, I'd kind of like to trade for a guy in the secondary. I don't know how you feel about that compared to an edge rusher.
I'll tell you what, none of those positions are right guard. So I'm over Anthony Bradford. So I'm
to be fair, somebody said name a worse all-time Seahawks offensive lineman than Anthony Bradford. And I immediately, in my head, typed out Jermaine Ifedi. I was like, no way there's been a worse guy than Ifedi. But Bradford's getting up there. We only allowed 1 sack last game, I believe. So don't give too much shit to Bradford. The real question is, with that whole Anthony Bradford deal, is what happened to Christian Haynes? It fell off, I guess. If that's the best product you're putting out there, then something went terribly wrong with Christian Haynes.
So I'm way more interested in offensive line help.
I don't know if you want to, especially, we'll see how it goes on Monday, but I don't know if you want to mess up the continuity.
Just like flexibility with center and right guard. Just
get
a guy in there that'll be able to compete, maybe start. Defensive line, like there's so many people projecting defensive line help, and I'm like, why? I'm like, you have a good thing going right now. You don't need more. It's sure up where you're not great at, which corner. I mean, we need corner depth, obviously. So
yeah, that's what I mean. If we trade for I can't stand it, but if we trade for Jalen Ramsey, I wouldn't hate that. But I guess they're in it, right? He went to Pittsburgh, so they're somehow in it because they kind of won some games, I guess. I don't know. Find the top corner off the worst team and bring him in for a 5th rounder or something. But yeah, any other news around the league?
Not any that I can rip up here. Other than the icy hot bowl between Aaron Rodgers and Joe Flacco this week.
Was he actually asked about that, or was that? So what did he say?
He laughed. Like Cam Hayward gave it the name, the icy hot bowl.
Okay,
that's where it comes
he's
from.
like 95 years old too. So
yeah, he was like, "It's good for us old guys." I'm like, "There you go, Aaron. Like, have a personality that's not crazy, and you
he's got a personality." Don't ask him twice to have a personality.
So,
sorry. News around the league. Everybody's back to talking shit about how the Chiefs are cheating with the referees. So go ahead, because you're on that bandwagon. Go ahead about how that happened.
Listen,
can we just
the Chiefs are the most.
They're great.
The Chiefs are the most efficient team in the NFL history. They didn't even commit one penalty the entire game. I mean, there's no reason why the Lions should be upset because they're flawless without any imperfections. I mean, they are God's gift to humanity because surely they just don't commit penalties. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't commit a single penalty from here on out through the rest of the year, just because they're that perfect, that well put.
You
that
guys
well
are
coached.
so salty. I tell you, somebody basically said that in less words in the fantasy group chat, and I go, "Can you just shut up?" And I go, "Can you not act like the Patriots from like 2000?" Because it wasn't happening, Tom's, but the first half of their Super Bowl dynasty, the first 3 Super Bowls, which was 01, 03, 04, didn't really have help from the refs. But really from, we'll say, 06 to 2019, the Patriots were never penalized for anything. We just forgot about it because it's Tom Brady, right? Oh, he's the greatest quarterback of all time. And just like the next generation is going to have the same exact thing happen. Patrick Mahomes, the greatest quarterback of all time, right? But I just can't stand the bitching and moaning. Just beat him. You lost, 30-16. It wasn't the referee's fault. You lost 30-16. I'm sorry. I'll die on that hill. I hate that. I hate bitching about the Chiefs just because they're good. Go ahead.
No, I got nothing. I got nothing. God's gift to humanity. Kansas City Chiefs.
I hate the complaining. I hate it. It's like, of course the Chiefs won. They had no penalty called. And then people bring up a Travis Kelce block that was holding, but you can call holding on every single NFL play.
Not with the Chiefs.
Not Shut once. Up. Okay. All right. Let's bring up a Seahawks rushing touchdown. I'll be like, hey, how about same thing? How about Barner on the outside there? His hands were a little outside the breastplate, right? That's fine though, because it's not the Chiefs. So who cares? Let's get to our picks, dude. You're killing me right now.
You asked for it. It was your topic.
You're getting on my last nerve.
It was you brought it up.
You're just supposed to agree.
No.
All right, let's pull up our picks here.
All right.
Did you keep track last week? I bet you didn't.
No.
Okay, that's good. I really thought you were going to shock me. Say yes.
So I have gallbladder surgery tomorrow. So when I'm on my butt not doing anything, I'll go back and tally up our scores.
I thought you were having it Friday.
No, it's tomorrow.
Oh shit! I thought it was Friday. All right, good luck tomorrow, dude.
Yeah. So when I'm laying around not doing anything, I'll be tallying up our scores.
Another long game. Great.
Woo! Meanwhile, we have the Icy Hot Bowl. Before then, Steelers on the road playing Joe Flacco's Bengals.
Yeah, I'm doubling down. Give me Flacco. They didn't look that bad last week.
Yes. I thought you'd be spooked. Yes.
No, I don't think. I think I just got saying I don't think the Steelers are good because I was like, oh, I'll take Ramsey, even though they're like somehow winning games. Yeah, the Bengals didn't look bad against the Packers last week. I think we're not right that they'd win, but they looked okay.
Yep, I'm also picking the Bengals because I have to believe in my Joe Flacco redemption arc to save the Cincinnati Bengals. So I'm picking him. I will ride and die with him.
I don't know if I'll die with Flacco, but I'll ride with him for now.
The Rams on the road versus the Jaguars on the road.
So is this
In
the
London.
Jaguars? Is this the no Jaguars at home? Is this the first true Jaguars home game of the season? Because I'm taking the Jags all the way, baby. They're pissed after last week what the mighty Seahawks did to them.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm probably going to pick Jacksonville. It's a bit of a toss-up for me, though. It's just the Rams are a weird team that keeps winning, even though I don't know why they're good. So,
Dude, Fred Durst hometown team, dude. Jacksonville. What's up?
Oh, there you go. There you go.
LIMP biscuit.
My goodness. 1 o'clock slate. Eagles might be back now on the road versus
10 a.m. for us in the correct time zone.
Gosh, Eagles on the road in Minnesota. Carson Wentz revenge game.
Yeah, so we talked a lot about revenge games last week, and the Revengers did really come up. But no. No, it's I'm taking the Eagles.
I'm picking the Vikings at home. I want Carson Wentz to do well. So
I don't. I never really liked him that much. I don't know.
He's just a goofy goober. And
yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he's a franchise quarterback. I think he's a goofy goober. So Patriots revenge game on the road versus Tennessee with the new head coach playing their old head coach who in half a year has done more than what the Titans have done with multiple new regimes since they let Variable go.
Well, I'm going to be honest. They ass, and I'm taking the Patriots.
We're in some rare air tonight. I'm picking the Patriots as well.
But to be fair, it seems like a lot of the times a team fires a head coach, they go out and win next week and then just kind of suck the rest of the season. But we're together. I'm still taking the Patriots.
Panthers. Are the Panthers good now? On the road playing the Jets, who we know are terrible.
The Jets aren't that bad. I'm taking the Jets. We watched them at 6 a.m. I'm close to beating the Broncos. I'm taking the Jets. Give them their first win. You're still going to be right with your hot take. Yeah. So was that last week's? No, that was the week before because you're last week. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm picking the Panthers. I think the Jets will remain winless. And the Panthers showed me quite a bit last week, beating Dallas. Bryce Young bouncing back, playing well, fighting through adversity. I think the Panthers are going to take care of business.
Off topic, but if the Jets do get the first overall pick, right, they're obviously going to want a quarterback. I don't think there's a quarterback this year coming out. I mean, Aller maybe doesn't look great. Nussmeier, I think, is
out for the year.
Yeah, sure. He's out for the year. He's preparing for the draft. And then Nussmeier, not looking great, right? I think he might be hurt too. Arch Manning sucks. Like, might want to pull a Bears and trade that thing away for next year.
Yeah.
Sorry, that just reminded me of that.
Dolphins on the road in the middle of a mutiny playing still Dylan Gabriel's Browns.
Yeah, so the Ducks suck. Give me Tua.
I think this is the week where Miami quits on their head coach and they lay a complete inexcusable egg. And I'm picking the Browns.
Well, if you think about it too, it's kind of inexcusable for both teams to lose because I only heard a little bit about it. I haven't looked into it as much. That probably should have been the NFL news, but I guess Tua like skipped meetings or something this week, or was it somebody else?
He called out post game last game that players were missing meetings and skipping meetings and players only meetings. And yeah, he threw people under the bus and he was like, it starts with the leadership. And so he's trying to get his head coach fired.
He's the fucking quarterback. Who's the leader of that locker room? Who makes... I'm sorry. I saw JJ Watt answer a question one time, and he said, that's above my pay grade. I looked how much he was making. He's making about $35 million a year. I think $30 million a year. His head coach is making about 10, and the GM's making about 5. So that's definitely not above your pay grade, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah. How ironic. That's above my pay grade. That's for the people that are making less money than me. Sorry.
Saints on the road playing the Bears.
Bears.
Bears. Yeah. Saints are a scrappy team. I feel like if you overlook them, you can easily lose. But
I wore my Dunze jersey Monday night. They're still my second favorite team, even though, I mean, it's actually really easy right now with the Raiders. So,
yeah. Well, let's talk about the Raiders. They're gonna venture into Chiefs Kingdom and try to topple down God's gift to the earth.
Well, I mean, because of the refs, I'm taking the Chiefs, but if it wasn't for them, I think I'd definitely be taking the Raiders, but probably the refs exist. So,
yeah. Chiefs are coming back more so at full strength on the offensive side. This is a pretty easy pick. I'm picking Kansas City.
Don't be surprised, though. That would be a total Pete Carroll win to beat the Chiefs.
Yes. Yes, it would.
I was thinking that. I was filling out my pick'em sheet for a different deal earlier, and I was like, should I pick the Raiders? Because it's kind of like the most Pete Carroll thing would be to beat the Chiefs. So,
Indiana Jones on the road playing the Chargers.
Barstool's selling an Indiana Jones shirt, and I want to buy it for you so bad. You're gonna have to like send me your delivery address if you have a PO box or something. Because when I saw it, I was like, shit, I need to get that for him, and then I just have forgot about it. But yeah, give me the Chargers.
Nope. Indiana Jones. Give me the Colts. Get a win. Big road win.
I picked against. You know me. I picked against the Colts like every week this week. It hasn't gone well. So.
You will be a believer one day.
Probably not. They're gonna win the Super Bowl, and I'm gonna be like, no, they're gonna fall off.
They're gonna fall off. Giants with their athletic whites on the road playing Denver.
Hey, Russell Wilson revenge game. All right.
No.
Yeah. It is.
It's fine. Nobody cares about Russell Wilson in New York anymore.
Did you just say the athletic whites?
Jags and Dart and Scattaboo. They're going to save New York.
Yeah. The whitest things come out of New York since like nothing. Yeah, give me the Broncos. I don't like the Giants that much. And like their white arrogance has really pissed me off.
I'm also picking Denver at home. Big home field advantage there, and they're gonna get a win against a sneaky athletic team.
Hey, that's us, dude. We are more sneaky athletic than the Packers right now.
Packers on the road against the Cardinals.
I took the Packers.
Yeah, I don't know if Kyler's playing this week or not.
He's gonna be playing Battlefield 6.
I know it's not even like. It's so
Call
obvious
of Duty
now.
season, yeah. It's Battlefield season for Kyler.
Give me Green Bay as well. Commanders playing against the Cowboys.
So I actually took the Commanders. I don't think they're really bad. I think, but who knows? The Cowboys have been playing pretty well. Do you have the spread on that? I'll look up the spread while you make your pick.
Yeah, I'm picking Dallas at home. I think as bad as the Cowboy defense is, their offense is equally as good. You know, their offense is just really clicking right now. And I don't think the Commanders have the firepower to really keep up with that. So that's why I'm picking Dallas at home.
Yeah, the Commanders are actually favored by 1.5, but imagine if the Cowboys had like just an awesome edge rusher. They're like one piece away from being pretty good.
It's wild. And I hope when they get them, they keep them. Like they don't just like trade them away on a whim or something.
They got a good return. They did.
Falcons on the road. Are the Falcons good now? Playing the Niners, who I think are going to start calling in tryouts from the citizens of Santa Clara because their whole team is broken.
Yeah, so believe it or not, the 49ers are still favored. Sorry. Give me the Falcons. I never pick the 49ers unless they're like, I never pick them. And I think Kittle's coming back soon, I guess. But I don't think Purdy is going to play. I don't know. They suck. 49ers suck. Everything about them sucks. So
Keep winning.
The Falcons.
They keep winning in spite of their many injuries.
That's going to change.
I'm picking Atlanta. I think it changes this week. Yeah. Who would have bet that Christian McCaffrey would be the last healthy Niner?
Isn't that insane? I was thinking that the other day. I was like, the guy who's always hurt is the one that's still good.
He's the last one standing. The
Great White Hope. The Great White Hope.
All right. Tampa Bay. This is going to be a good game on the road playing an angry Detroit team.
Yeah, I think they'd be a little angrier if Brian Branch was still playing. Give me the Bucks, dude. They really had their way with our defense. And if they can stop the Lions' offense, unlike they didn't really stop our offense, but I don't know. Give me the Buccaneers for the vibes.
I'm also picking Tampa Bay. Baker right now playing at an MVP level. I think that continues here on a big Monday night stage.
Yeah, Detroit's favored by 5.5. Has to be because they're at home, but I don't know.
Yeah,
ready to bite kneecaps or whatever.
Yeah.
We didn't even have to come back to it.
I know. Texans Monday night, starting at 10 p.m. playing against the Seattle Seahawks.
Well, it's starting at 7 p.m. and I'll tell you what sucks. Okay, I get you have to stay up late to watch it. Blah 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 blah. I actually have to be there, and it's gonna suck. And I'm gonna come home late. And Tuesday, it's a Thursday night games are one thing. Anybody can make it through a Thursday night game. You go to work one day. Monday night games suck. We're taking the Seahawks. I've said it. We both have said it. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident about this one. I think Seattle's going to win by a lot. And I think the story will be their defense this week.
I don't know if it's going to be by a lot. But I think by 6 points.
I think the turnovers are really going to start coming.
I hope. They have to.
Yeah. They're just doing too many good things defensively for it not to equate back in turnovers. And I think this is going to be the week where that starts to turn around.
Yeah.
So
those are our picks, guys. Let's get us back to here. Do you have a hot take of the week?
I do.
Do you want me to go first or you?
I would like you to go first.
That was creepy.
Every week you're not prepared for it. Now you're finally prepared, so I'd like you to go first.
Well, I have two, but you're eating your. Yeah, you're eating your bugles, and it was creepy when you're eating your bugle to say you go first. Um, anyways, uh, no, my first hot take. I don't think Pete Carroll's gonna be the Raiders coach past this season. I think I've come to grips with that. And that isn't really a hot take. That's kind of just like kind of sucks. I feel really bad for him because I was rooting really hard for him coming into the season. The second one I actually came up with like right as the Mariners game started. Um, it can't be right or wrong, but my hot take is I think Ray Lewis is a very overrated middle linebacker of all time. I think he's probably like the fifth best middle linebacker of all time, and everybody puts him at number one just because they're like afraid of him murdering them. Um, I don't know. He's a lot more bark than he is bite. So go ahead.
That's quite a hot take.
It's been honestly, I don't know why I haven't brought this up before. I'm assuming I've never brought it up on this channel. I think Ray Lewis is so overrated. I've always thought that. Really, like the first like 5 years of his career, I don't think he was overrated. But after that, I think everybody looks at the shimmy dance before the game and it's like, oh man, I'm afraid of that guy. And then you see Marshawn Lynch juke him out. And then Michael Robinson run him over, and then he still wants to play. And then he thought he was going to like ascend into heaven after Super Bowl 47, which didn't happen at the time. So I can't stand Ray Lewis. I've never said that on the show before. I cannot fucking stand Ray Lewis. But go ahead. What's yours?
All right. I have a hot take, and it involves your favorite team.
The Washington Huskies?
No.
The Seattle Seahawks?
As it currently stands in this precise moment on October 15th, the day of our Lord 2025, do you happen to know who holds the number one seed in the AFC?
The Steelers? The Bills? Who? I don't know.
The Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
And so, my prediction is that Indianapolis will be one of the two teams that are privileged in the NFL to get a bye in the playoffs.
You think they're going to be the number one seed in the AFC?
Their division is toast. And
yeah, I was going to say we play the AFC South this year. And that was kind of like, that was my thing. I made the thing. I was like, Jags down, Houston, we are a problem. And like, I was like, shit, who else is in the AFC South? Then I remembered the Colts and the Titans. And we play the Colts in December. So they should cool off by then, I'm hoping.
You're just
who are you going to be rooting for in December? Part of me feels like you're a big Colts guy at this point.
I'm going to be rooting for the Seahawks. Don't worry. But
kind of in the back of your head, you're like, man, the Colts, dude.
they
play for G Mercy. Go ahead.
They play the Chargers this week, which we're split on. But the week after that, they play the Titans at home. Dub. I think they go on the road and beat the Steelers because I think we both agree we don't know why the Steelers are the way they are. And I think
it's ayahuasca and shit.
Falcons on the road, playing Indy at home.
Hey guys, Randy Rosarina home run, 12-3. There's hope. There's hope.
Playoff Randy. On the road against the Chiefs, that's a loss. Playing the Texans at home, that's a win. A tough game against Jacksonville on the road. I could see that going either way. Seahawks Colts, as it stands right now, is going to be a really good game in December. Niners probably going to be injured. Win. I could see them split the Jaguars, so that's their game after that, and then Texans are awful up front.
Yeah,
so,
no,
I mean they have a ton of winnable games in front of them.
The Colts have put themselves in a position, and not only that, just the schedule. to be really good. You're right. Um,
In a
I
year
don't-
where nobody's really like breaking away. Yeah,
yeah,
nobody's
the
like
Bills,
fantastic.
the Chiefs, Burrow's hurt. I get it. I don't hate it. It would be hilarious to see the Colts win the Super Bowl. I if it weren't if it's not the Seahawks. Oh, Cal just hit a home run, 12-4, back-to-back Jags. If only the other team didn't have 12 and it wasn't the 8th inning. Sorry. Yeah, I wouldn't hate to see the Colts win the whole damn thing. Yeah, as long as it's not against the Seahawks in the Super Bowl, I don't really care. But it would be hilarious to see the Colts win the Super Bowl with Daniel Jones and see Anthony Richardson on the trade block to the XFL.
Probably to the Jets for a year.
Yeah, probably to the Jets for a year. Maybe the Steelers. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, anything else you got for the end of the week, or I guess going into the week?
No, just have surgery tomorrow, and gonna be kicking it back and watching some football, and I'm excited.
You gonna get put out?
Yes.
Oh, it's actually kind of cool because you don't remember. You've been put out before.
Yep.
You're just like count to 10,
It's a
5,
good nap.
5 asleep. It's not even a nap. I swear you die. You die and then just come back to life. Because it doesn't feel like a nap. You don't remember being asleep. At least I don't. I've never remembered being asleep when I've been put out. So, yeah. With that, wish everybody wish Zach a successful gallbladder surgery. And we're out of here. See you guys next week after we're 5-2, right?
Yes, sir.
So, all right. Night, everybody.